Hi everyone, welcome to this video. The first thing that I have to say is that I'm Spanish. So all the videos of my channel are in Spanish, but I felt that I had to do this one in English as well, as I wanted to reach more people, because I think that the recent Martian Manhunter back up in Action Comics definitely deserves more recognition. Also, sorry if I make some mistakes, English is not my native language, but I'll try to do my best. In this video I'm going to show my amazement for this story, analyzing it from the beginning to the end. It started in Action Comics issue 1037 and finished in issue 1042. Shawn Aldridge is the writer and Adriana Melo the artist. The story begins with the Martian Manhunter arriving at his new apartment in Metropolis, whose number is 2025. A reference to the character's first appearance in Detective Comics issue 225. Here we meet his cat, Doublestaff, for the first time. John Jones begins to remember some of his former alter egos. John Jones, who is his best known identity, Bloodwine, who was John's main identity between 1992 and 1193, Isobel de la Rosa, who was mentioned in Martian Manhunter Volume 2 issue 10, or a cat, seen in Martian Manhunter Volume 2 again issue 17. He feeds his cat and he eats chocos, his favorite cookies, which he has eaten in a lot of issues. He's wondering about his place in the world. Then we see the city police department, and there we meet a policeman whose surname is Certa, surname of the co-creator of the Martian Manhunter. We later discover that he is called Jack, as the writer of almost of the characters' individual stories from the Silver Age. These stories were drawn by Joe Certa, so this character pays tribute to both of them. He's investigating a case which involves missing children. The Martian Manhunter goes to investigate the theft of some pieces of an ancient artifact in a museum and discovers that this artifact is the idol head of Diabolu, the first, let's say, enemy of the hero during his appearances in House of Mystery, being first featured in the Martian Manhunter last appearance in Detective Comics in issue 326. A new version of Human Flame is also there. The original is not a really relevant villain. He battled the Martian Manhunter in Detective Comics issue 274 and was one of those responsible for murdering him in Final Crisis. However, this is a Rocky who is easily defeated. He reveals that he was hired by men in white masks, which already gives us a clue of who are the villains behind everything. We see Certa again, and we find out that the other cop who had already appeared before is called Ostrenda, as the writer of the largest run of the Martian Manhunter. They have discovered that the connection between all these appearances is a forum. John searches for evidence about the theft of the museum and meets a girl who tells him that the ones who stole the pieces of Diabolu's head were children. This girl's name is Zoe, but everyone calls her Zook. Zook is the name of an ally of the Martian Manhunter who appeared mainly during the Silver Age. The color of Zoe's jacket is clearly a reference to the orange of Zook's skin. The girl tells everything she saw during the robbery and declares herself Martian Manhunter's biggest fan. The cops manage to anticipate the next kidnapping. This time they are watching a kid named Mila. I guess again it's a reference to Jack Miller, but they are not able to save him. Masked men put him inside a van, whose driver is Getaway King, who is again an old enemy of the Martian Manhunter from the Silver Age. However, the vehicle is intercepted by John Jones, so the child is safe. It is then when he discovers who are the ones behind everything, the criminal organization called Balcha, which the hero faced after defeating the idol head of Diabolu in House of Mystery, using the identity of Marco Xavier to investigate. In the fourth part, we contemplate the return of Dr. Trap, an enemy of the Justice Experience, a group to which the Martian Manhunter belonged during the time in which he adopted the identity of Bronze Wraith. John is able to defeat him. Trap had been hired by Balcha, and he had a message for the hero to enter told he should meet the organization at the place where they first met. This is the Riviera Casino. The cops have also managed to get there, and although they are caught, the Martian Manhunter rescues them. Finally, he's face to face with the villains. Professor Hugo, who confronted Martian Manhunter and Batman during the Silver Age, is working with Walter. John Jones is attacked with a Nero Scrambler, and we see him transform into several identities that he has taken since his creation: Detective John Jones, Marco Xavier, Bloodwind, and another identity whose name is unknown, as Shawn Aldridge, the writer, said on Twitter. He seems to have been defeated, but he recovers and defeats the villains. He realizes that he has not lived during his stay on Earth. He must open up to others and overcome his past on Mars. He must be focused on the present. That's why he decided to start making more friends. So he meets Sook and Gwen, a woman who is in charge of the museum where the character went to investigate, in the first part of this backup. The story ends with the Martian Manhunter throwing a police badge into a trash can, representing the character's first alter ego, John Jones. From now on, John Jones will be only John Jones, giving up his tendency to adopt other identities once for all. Well, that was all. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.